we got some rather sad news regarding Scottie Pippen. So his oldest son, Antron Pippen, has died at the age of 33. So he died yesterday. And this was released on an Instagram post by Scottie. And in this post, he said, and I quote, "The two of us shared a love for basketball and we had countless conversations about the game. Antron suffered from chronic asthma, and if he hadn't had it, I truly believe he would have made it to the NBA. He never let that get him down, though. Antron stayed positive and worked hard. I am so proud of the man he became." So yeah, basically, I'll give you a little bit of information on Antron Pippen. He was 33. No cause of death has been given yet, but during his high school career, he was a very good basketball player, and at one point, Nate, he was in the top 100 prospects at his age level. He ended up going to college at Southern Georgia Technical College, and he appeared in 3 games in the 2008-2009 season for Texas A&M International. And actually, the Jets, the team he used to play for, they sent out a quote too. They said, "The Jets family was saddened to learn of the death of one of our former players, Antron Pippen." And that's basically all they said about it. And I do feel bad. I do feel bad for Scottie Pippen because he has 8 children, right? And he had another child earlier in his career that died as well. So his daughter Tyler died 9 days after her birth in 1994. So this is very unfortunate for Scottie Pippen as well. Antron was the lone child from his first marriage to Karen McCullum. And Scottie also says this about her and the family. He says, and I quote, "Please keep his mom Karen and all of his family and friends in your thoughts and prayers. A kind heart and beautiful soul gone way too soon. I love you, son. Rest easy until we meet again." And before I give it to you, Nate, this source for this was ESPN. So before I give it to you, Nate, I just want to take a moment of silence for Antron Pippen. Thank you. All right, Nate, so you go first. Your thoughts.
Right. Well, first of all, rest in peace to Antron Pippen. 33 years old is obviously a very young age. We don't expect to die at that age. And as for Scottie himself, no parent should have to put their kid down. I remember just the other day, I was talking to my mother and my dad, and this is a very, very deep. What I'm about to say is very, very deep, and it's very true. Us as their kids, we have to live to see them go. They can't live to see us go, which is very, very deep, but it's very, very true. We don't want to see our parents go, but eventually they're going to have to. They have to. It's just a part of life. And no parent should have to put down their kid. It's just as simple as that. I know Scottie talked about it, his Antron school talked about it. Larsa Pippen reached out to them, which I find pretty interesting because Larsa isn't even the mother of Antron. That's Karen McCollum. Who is his birth mother, but Larsa was married to Scottie Pippen for a very, very long time, around like 20 years or so. So obviously he was a part of his life for a long time too. So it makes sense that she would reach out. It's just it's very unfortunate. Because there's the Pippins are having a very good time. Especially right now. Scottie Pippen Jr. is declaring for the NBA draft. He came out of college. I forgot what college he went to. I think it's Vanderbilt or something like that. I can't necessarily remember. He has 2 other sons that are about to go to college for basketball and maybe one day become NBA stars. Everything is going good for them. And for this to happen, that's just heartbreaking. And the fact that he lost a child before this, it's something that Scottie Pippen isn't new to, and it's very, very unfortunate. You shouldn't have to witness something like something no parent has to witness in their lifetime. It's very, very unfortunate, but honestly, with that being said, I don't really have much else to say. May Antron Pippen rest in peace. Condolences to the Pippen family, and I pass it on to you, Mario.
Right, I'll carry it out from there. First of all, may Antron Pippen rest in peace. Again, condolences to his family. It doesn't say, I don't think in this article that they put him down specifically, but again, like what you said, I completely agree. I don't think a child should die before their parent. I know my uncle, my cousin, my cousin, I talked about him. He died in a car accident, and it's something you really don't want to see. But the fact that this is the second child of his that's died before him. The first one was Tyler, who died 9 days after her birth. That's just, again, all that stuff is very, very unfortunate. You just never want to see any of your kids die, and that is very, very unfortunate. A very good basketball player, he had chronic asthma that got in his way, like Scottie Pippen said. But again, what I respect about him the most is that he didn't let it get in his way. It was an obstacle, but instead of like getting stuck by it every single time, he hurdled it. He jumped over it. He didn't run into it. He just continued going and going and going. And I completely respect that out of him. And it is very unfortunate. I'm not sure if the asthma had something to do with his death. Again, there's not an update on that. If there is, we'll definitely report it when we get the update, as soon as we get it. Which means like if the update comes like today, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But I mean, look, this is just very, very unfortunate. Again, we don't got to mention anything about Scottie Pippen. If you follow sports, you follow basketball, you know exactly who Scottie Pippen is. I shouldn't even have to talk about him. But look, man, it's very unfortunate that he died, that his oldest son died. I couldn't even imagine that, nor do I ever want to, or nor should anybody even deserve to imagine that. But yeah, Nate, the only thing I could say is may he rest in peace. Again, same thing with his daughter Tyler. Even though it's happened so long ago, may she rest in peace as well. Condolences to him and his family, and they're in our prayers.